Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Uncomfortably Candid podcast. It is the Monday after my 33rd birthday and the Monday after Thanksgiving. So today I want to talk about gratitude and specifically how gratitude has helped me to be a more authentic version of myself. And the first way is there is a balance between grief and gratitude. And I've talked about this when it comes to emotions, how you can't just avoid or suppress negative emotions because that's toxic positivity and it's inauthentic. I've talked about before how whenever I was feeling hurt or disappointed or frustrated, I would just start telling the Lord all the things that I was grateful for. And that is so unhealthy and inauthentic because we were created with those emotions. And when it comes to grief, I've talked about this in, I think it was my last podcast, how it's okay to grieve changing seasons. It's okay to grieve where you thought you would be in life. I'm 33 years old. I thought my life would look a lot different. Thought I'd be married, maybe starting a family, own a home. I thought my business would be farther along than it is. And it's okay to grieve those things. But it's equally as important to not stay there and to move into gratitude. Because even though I don't have those things, the experiences that I've had, probably because I don't have a husband or own a home or, I don't have a family, have been beautiful. And I wouldn't change them for the world. And so that's what I mean by there's a balance between grief and gratitude. And when you move from grief into gratitude, that's what keeps you from a lack and scarcity mindset and moves you to an abundance mindset with joy and contentment. And so that's the first way that gratitude has helped me to be more authentic, is understanding that there's a balance between grief and gratitude, and it's okay to grieve and then move into gratitude. Because if we skip the grief part, that is inauthentic, because if it's a desire that you have and you don't have it yet, then that's something that you need to grieve. Number two is gratitude anchors the present. And I've talked about how I struggle with being present. I'm just very futuristic, like what's happening next, like where are we going, what are we doing? And I don't want to miss things. I don't want to look back on the last 5 years and wish that I would have been in a different season or wish that I had certain things and miss all of the beautiful things that have happened. And the way that I have learned how to achieve that is to, one, be more self-aware of when I'm not present. And number two is gratitude and starting to say things that I'm grateful for about the present moment to pull me back in. And it really does work for me. You should try it and let me know if it works for you, if you're a very futuristic person. Some people don't have a problem with this. And I'm so grateful that the Lord has placed people in my life that are super present because I've talked about this before. They will just bring me right back. But the gratefulness is how I practice it on my own individually. And I believe being present is being authentic. And that's why I think gratefulness is so important, is because it helps us to be honest about what's happening in the present moment, um, and therefore more authentic. Um, because I don't want to be like, I feel like if I'm somewhere else in my head than where I am physically, then that's an inauthentic version of myself. And that's not who I want to be. So, gratefulness really helps me to anchor the present. Number 3, gratefulness allows grace for strengths and weaknesses. I believe that when we can be grateful for not only our strengths, but for the areas that we need growth in, it allows room for grace. And for so long, there was so much shame around the areas that I needed to grow in because I wasn't perfect. And nobody is perfect. And so that right there is inauthentic. But accepting that and being grateful for that allows grace for being who God created you to be. And it allows you to steward your strengths while also growing in the areas that are not necessarily innately your best talents. And those are the 3 things those are how I've used gratitude to help me to be more authentically me. And I hope this helps people who feel like they're behind in life or struggle during the holidays because they have family members asking them all the hard questions. And I hope this helps people who struggle with being present. And I hope this helps people who struggle with perfectionism. Because I've struggled with each of these, and these are ways that these are things that I've used to grow in these aspects: perfectionism, feeling behind in life, and not being present. And so I hope each and every one of you had a beautiful Thanksgiving, and I hope you have a great first week of December, and I will see you all next time.